Hi guys, out in the garage varnishing some of my painted rocks, or Grandad rocks as I like to call them. And while I've got the yacht varnish out, I thought I might give this little boat a coat of varnish. This is the blue toy sailing boat that I picked up in a charity shop. The paint was peeling off, so I've rubbed it down or sanded it down. So we're back to the base wood. A couple of tiny little bits of stains of blue in there from the old paint that are actually embedded. I can't really get them out. So I'm just going to paint over it, or paint varnish over it. So we've got a coat of clear varnish. I'll see if I can find one of the old photos of the boat when I first bought it, so we've got some idea of what it looked like. I've had to take the fixtures and fittings off so that I can rub it down and varnish it. Looks like it's been well used, repaired a bit. Matches the one that I got in a different charity shop a while ago. Little brother, I suppose. They should be fun. Not out in the sea or anything, just in a little pond. Having said that, if the sea's warm enough and you want to go chasing it, then yeah, you could use it out in the sea, couldn't you? Don't know whether to put a bit of varnish on there to tidy that up, or just leave it as it is. It really looks like it could do with rubbing down completely, doesn't it? But you can see the family shape. They're not identical, but similar. So, say 3 items for £2, so that must have been 60 pence, or 66.666666 pennies. It's had 2 coats of varnish, rubbed it down in between the two, so it looks pretty nice. Now I'm going to spray paint it. So I wanted to varnish it first just to seal the wood again. Now I'll spray paint it, and then I'll give it a coat of varnish over the spray paint. Just hope it all matches and doesn't wrinkle up. That's the first coat of spray. It's just some odd blue that I've got. Ford Gemini Hawaiian Blue. Double acrylic. Let's see. That's my blue paint and a couple of coats of varnish. So now we've got to put the fittings back in again and give it a try. Just looking at these, I might have to rub them down and give them a coat of varnish. I didn't look at them before. That's the mast. I can't remember what that bit's called. Is it the jib? Don't know. But it looks like it could do with a coat of varnish. There we are. All back together. I've had to replace the rigging lines, or string, whatever you want to call it. That stuff's actually some sort of nylon-y stuff. It's a bit springy. not quite what I wanted. Had to make a couple of cleats, I think they're called, because it only had 2 and it needed 4. I followed the same rigging as far as I can as we did on this one, because we actually had instructions on how to rig that one. So I've done this one the same way. I don't expect it will perform particularly well. It was more a matter of, can we make it look pretty again? And I think repainting it did that. So I will just put it in the water button, make sure it floats. There is obviously no wind today. I say obviously because I want to try and float a sailing boat. And you would want wind, wouldn't you? Well, yeah, it floats. Does it right itself if we push it right over? Probably not if it's windy. Is it going to do it? It's coming up very slowly. Although out on a windy pond, I don't suppose it'd have that sort of time to do that. I suppose for comparison, we'll put that one in to demonstrate. Get it wet. Is that one going to come up? Nah. Give it a little bit of help. Yeah, so with a bit of help. How about this one with a little bit of help? How much help does it need? Yeah, I don't think that's got quite enough keel weight. So if it goes right over, it's going to be stuck. But a reasonable tilt. We'll see. We'll give it a try sometime. Like I said, I'm just pleased it looks a bit prettier now than it did when we bought it. And it was virtually free, only a matter of pennies. Can't remember, was it 3 items for £1 I bought or something like that? Oh, a little bit of wind. Away it goes. That's probably about the right amount of wind then, isn't it? We could trim that. Oh, I can't do that with one hand, and I'll drop the camera in the water if I try and do anything else. That looks like that's just about the right amount of wind, which is virtually nothing. Yeah, pleased with that. I found one of our old paddling pools in the garage. It's filthy, and it's too small for the grandchildren now. So I'm filling it up with water, and we'll just see if we can get them to catch any wind in the garden here. The water I'm using is from my water butt, which we fill up with rain off the shed. And we're due to have rain later this week, so I expect we can refill that with a bit of luck. We're a day later, not quite so sunny, but there is a tiny bit of a breeze, as you can see. It's almost like one of those silent pop-pop boats. There's nothing obvious making it move. The wind does swirl around a little bit in my garden, which I think is why we're changing direction. Obviously I haven't adjusted the sails or anything. Oh, bit of a gust of wind there. Yeah, got a bit more sail area here, haven't we? Yeah, we'll have to go down the boating lake so we can try them out properly.
Hey, thanks for watching. There's plenty of videos on my main channel with more added daily, so don't forget to subscribe and enable the notifications to keep you up to date with my new releases. You can help keep my channel running by donating $1 on Patreon to buy me coffee. You can always find more information in the video description. Thanks again for watching.